So there it is. Travis Hunter is your 2024 Heisman Trophy winner. And y'all, this felt like a layup and a half. Like, to me, this has been decided for the better part of the last month, give or take. We'll talk about Travis Hunter and talk about the pushback that some folks may have with Travis Hunter winning this Heisman Trophy right now on the On3 YouTube channel. Make sure you are subscribed right here. If you're a college football sicko, this is your spot. Recruiting, transfer portal, the games itself, like, we get to talk about the greatest sport on the face of the planet for a job, which is hilarious. We want y'all a part of this to the nth degree. The best way to do that, by being subscribed right here. So thank you for that. So like I mentioned, this felt like a no-brainer. I think to most folks, this felt like a no-brainer. The pushback is going to be, well, hey, Ashton Jeanty had a tremendous year. What he's doing is historic, and they are 100% right if that's the case that you are making for Ashton Jeanty. What he's done has been phenomenal. My trouble with this is, why can't we just agree that what Ashton Jeanty has done is tremendous and what Travis Hunter has done is tremendous? Like, why do we have to try and cut down the other to try and make a case for one of these guys? Like, this is my take on this. Ashton Jeanty and what he's doing right now is ridiculous. Every single team that plays him knows he's getting the football 30-plus times, and Ashton Jeanty still goes for darn near over 150 to maybe 200 yards any given night. That's ridiculous, okay? What Travis Hunter is doing, though, what I'll say is we will never see this again. And I think a lot of people try and comp him to some of the greats of the past and say, well, hey, Charles Woodson, man, when he won the Heisman at Michigan, he was playing both ways. Yeah, he was. Like, he had, I believe, 11 catches during his Heisman year at Michigan. Travis Hunter has 14 touchdown catches, okay? Those are not the same thing. Well, hey, Champ Bailey, JD, he played some receiver at Georgia. He played corner at Georgia, and, he didn't even win the Heisman Trophy. Yeah, 100% true. He is, I think, the next closest thing we've seen to what Travis Hunter's doing right now. Champ Bailey had 47 catches during his Heisman year. Travis Hunter has darn near doubled that. Okay, so, there's guys that have been in the same maybe, neighborhood of what Travis Hunter's doing. We have nobody actually doing what Travis Hunter has done this season in college football. And I hate the phrase, and it's not even close, but legitimately, it's not even close. It's not. And a lot of people, I think, the frustrating thing I hear about Travis Hunter in regards to maybe the objection to him winning the Heisman Trophy is yeah, he plays both ways, but he just gets a lot of cardio, man. A lot of snaps. Snaps ain't a stat. I will push back and say playing over 100 snaps in a college football game is way more difficult than I think most of the armchair quarterbacks want to make it seem. But let's roll with that thought for a little bit. You think he's mid at both positions. Let's take a look at this graphic and see what they say. Travis Hunter, again, mid at both positions, right? Has over 1,000 receiving yards. Doesn't sound mid to me. For his coverage grade, according to PFF, the folks that track this stuff extremely closely, he is third among cornerbacks. Doesn't sound mid to me. Defensive grade, third among cornerbacks. Not mid to me. He is tied with a bunch of other individuals in college football at fourth for pass breakups. Again, doesn't sound super mid to me. Those things all sound pretty elite. Now, the thing here, a lot of people are going to say this, and by a lot of people that don't really know football are going to say this, so I just want us to all get aligned on when we can just call it out and say, nope, that's actually not a real stat. It's not a real thing to point to. Folks are going to say, well, he doesn't have that many tackles. Must not be that great as a defensive player. When you play the cornerback position, your job is to take away the receiver in front of you. So in reality, the stat that you should be looking for is a lack of stats. Like if you have a bunch of tackles as a secondary player, it usually means you didn't do your job. Because when would Travis Hunter be able to tackle a receiver? When they caught the football on him, right? So I don't want to hear, well, he should have more tackles. No, actually, if you're doing your job, you should have a less amount of tackles, which again, Travis Hunter does in this predicament. I want us to make sure we're aligned on this too. You don't have to be a Colorado super fan to appreciate what Travis Hunter's doing. I understand Colorado is a massively pulverizing brand because Deion Sanders is I love the way that he brings some volume to the game. He says what he thinks, and I think that's probably something we could use more of in college football. But for some folks, they're like, man, that rubs me the wrong way. That's fine. Again, we disagree on that, but that's fine. You can still watch Travis Hunter and understand you're watching something we will never see again. I think there's some thought that Travis Hunter's maybe opening the door for us seeing more two-way players, and maybe he is. My feeling, though, is we will never see a two-way player do what Travis Hunter has done this season. So to have a pushback on him being the Heisman Trophy winner or pushback on him not deserving this award, I think you're grasping at straws here. I think he's left no doubt. I personally love what Deion Sanders brought to the table here and what he's done for college football and the way that he carries himself. Travis Hunter winning the Heisman Trophy, there's no debate here in my mind. There really isn't. So I hope we've all enjoyed watching him this season because next year He's doing it at the NFL level, and who's to say he's not going to play both ways there too? Again, I'm not predicting it, but if he can do it at the college level and he wants to do it in the NFL, all he's done so far is prove that he's the guy and prove that he's able to play both ways. So with that being said, Travis Hunter, also now a winner of the hard count Heisman and the Heisman voted on by Heisman voters. So he's got 2 Heismans to his name. Appreciate y'all being dialed in. We're going to keep this party rolling. We will see y'all next time.